Welcome everybody to episode number 42 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. I am your host Tyler, joined as always by our three co-hosts, starting with Mike. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm been a little deep in thought, my friend. Got something. Like I said, I got something I've been thinking about. Maybe run it by you real fast. Thinking about retiring from my professional wrestling career.
You know, the way to do that is to go out at WrestleMania.
Well, see, the thing is I'm undefeated, so it's all downhill from here.
Yeah, but you've never been in a match.
That's exactly it. You do matches in wrestling, you end up losing one. I have never lost one, so I can go out on top. Be the only one in history.
I suppose technically you'd be the only professional wrestler that's undefeated at WrestleMania now, since The Undertaker lost one.
Yeah.
Wrongly, I might add. But anyway, also joining us is Graham. Graham, how you doing?
I'm doing good. Things are looking up in my world. I want to go into details, but life is good for Graham.
All right.
Yeah. Whatever. We don't care.
All right. And joining us is Eugene. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm a little bit tired. I've been working out in the yard all day. And then I worked on my neighbor's yard too because he has it up for sale and hasn't mowed his lawn. So I didn't want my lawn to look like shit. So I went ahead and mowed his lawn too. A little bit tired.
Nice guy you are.
Not a nice guy. It's just I don't want my lawn to look like shit next to his.
All right. Sounds good.
Well, I wouldn't have mowed it. Hell no.
There you have it. Eugene, not a nice guy.
All right. Well, you can join in the conversation by joining our Facebook group. Go to Facebook and look up Third Son Gaming Podcast or the Third Son Gaming Podcast forums. Join both of those, please, and take part in the conversation. You'll have a chance to put in questions for the show and win prizes every month. So please go ahead and do that. Also, follow us on Twitter at Third Son Gaming, ThirdSun Gaming, all one word, and take part in the conversation there.
Yeah, Eugene, you really showed that guy by mowing his lawn. Really stuck
Well,
it to him.
I don't think you understand. He's moved out. It's up for sale.
Oh.
So he's not going to mow it. No one's going to mow it.
Yeah.
Well, somebody's got to mow it because some people aren't. It doesn't have any. The curb appeal goes down. So
Eventually someone will mow it because I'm pretty sure I live in a residential neighborhood. I mowed it, and actually the neighbor on the other side of him mowed it too. So, welcome to the mowing podcast this week.
Right.
What kind of grass was that, Eugene?
I think it was Kentucky bluegrass.
That's worse.
We've gotten a lot of rain, so it's like a half-foot tall. So I wasn't going to deal with all that for another few weeks.
Yeah, I heard it's very strong grass could withstand a lot of elemental problems.
Yeah.
Can we move on?
Let's move into the news.
Move on.
All right, let's move into the news this week. Starting off, a poster leaked by a GameStop employee in Italy has revealed a potential September 8th release date for Destiny 2. Also teased a June beta, which appears to be a pre-order bonus. Now, I wonder if this will be one of those things in E3 where you hear, hey, pre-order the game, you can play the beta starting now. What do you guys think?
I bet you. And I called it for September, by the way.
You did?
I just knew. I knew they were going to release it for September, just like the previous years. But I'm excited for it.
I think the reason... Yeah, go ahead, Graham. Sorry.
I would say it seems to be like a going theme, too, where they talk about the new release coming out for a game, but if you pre-order it now, you get the first game like right away. Like they did it with Halo Wars. They did it with South Park, even though we don't know when that game's coming out. And it seems like they might do that with Destiny as well. So it seems like it's a going trend. So
I actually got a message from Microsoft, by the way, on the South Park topic, that they've kind of given, even Microsoft has kind of thrown up their hands with this, because they sent me a message saying, we appreciate your pre-order, but we don't really know when this game's coming out, so if you want to cancel it, you can do that just by going to the website.
So they did offer to refund your money.
Yep, I don't even have to call anymore.
Wow.
So I'm going to go to the website and just cancel it? Yeah. So I'm sure they got quite a few calls.
Well, that's why I figured they probably are understanding that people are frustrated and stuff like that, so they're doing a little bit of a damage control.
Yep, for sure. So, but still good on them for allowing you an easy way to do it. But, all right, Star Wars Battlefront 2 and the next Need for Speed game will both be at EA Play in June during E3 for players to get their hands on. I think that's kind of cool. I didn't even realize that the new Need for Speed was coming this fast.
No, me neither.
Yeah, we've heard obviously quite a bit about but we've heard quite a bit about Star Wars Battlefront 2, so that'll be cool to see. But if it's there to show for players, it means we're also going to see quite a bit of gameplay at E3 itself. So that's a good thing.
I'm surprised they're leaking that kind of stuff this early. I mean, it's still March, so E3 is a few months away.
Yeah, I don't. Well, they just revealed their play lineup. I think so. People will decide. If you live in LA, it's an easy decision to go or not. But if you're somewhere else, and you have to decide whether or not to go, you got to make that decision, I guess, sooner than June. So.
And EA Play's free, right? Like it's free to get in.
Yeah, it's free to public.
Yep.
Except for you, Eugene. They're gonna make you mow the lawns.
Yeah.
Herb appeal.
All right. Xbox's April games with gold have been revealed. We are finally getting the game that's been predicted so many times for games with gold. Rise.
It's one of the oldest games for the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's the original. It's a release title. Rise, Son of War. Walking Dead Season 2 is also available in the second half of the month. Darksiders for 360, and also for 360 is Assassin's Creed Revelations. This is probably one of the better lineups that we've seen, though.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah, I do too.
It's up there.
I mean,
Darksiders is a solid game.
Yeah, Darksiders is
good. Darksiders for sure, but I was really questioning Rise.
Well, what's funny about that, Eugene? There's some worm out there on the internet that's like for 2 years been saying, it's going to come out on games with gold, and finally it does. Now he's like, I told you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
I bought Rise on day one, and I think you guys did as well, and I honestly did not play it, but maybe 1 or 2 hours just because the gameplay was so clunky.
It was.
The graphics are fantastic. Some of the better graphics on, even comparing them to the games that have come out this year. I mean, fantastic graphics, but really the gameplay was just so repetitive and just boring to me.
Yeah. Well, it was really short too, and I found it way too easy as well.
Mm-hmm.
I have not played it.
Yeah, I ended up finishing the game, but I mean, it was enjoyable for what it was. I guess it's not a great game by any stretch.
No, I heard the 1-on-1 versus 1 multiplayer was fun.
Yes, and that had some life to it actually. But the reason I think it's a good Games with Gold thing now, or even a year ago, so many people have come in to Xbox One now that weren't around at launch.
That's true.
And didn't play this game, so it's a game they never even thought of buying that they'll get a chance to play for free. So, and it was a full $60 game. Whether it really should have been or not is up for debate, but it was. So, it's a full game for free, and good for people that came in later. So they'll get a chance to play it. And then I actually downloaded Evolve. I don't know if you guys did or not, but it has all the DLC with it. But I might try it out just because I didn't play it when it actually did come out, because I'm just worried about whether there's support for it or not. I'm sure with there's no support.
It being for. Yeah, I know there's no support, but whether there's a player base or not, which I'm sure there's a little bit of a player base right now since it's free, but I know the issues were like 1 month after launch, no one was playing it online, so you really couldn't play it online. So.
Yeah, but then you look at these, like Darksiders is a strong game, and then Telltale with the Walking Dead series has done a good job. So that's a solid game too. And then Assassin's Creed Revelations, if you like those games, it's a good title to have in there. So.
It's one of the stronger Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, and these are all full retail games, basically, except for Walking Dead Season 2, which I think you can get for like $25.
I think that's actually the best pick out of all these games.
It might be.
Yeah,
personally.
That's the one I will be playing, because I played Season 1, and I thought about getting Season 2, so now that it's free,
that's the one with Clementine in it, right? She's the main protagonist.
Yep, she is. All right.
I still think...
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, you talk about, what's a good free games with gold and stuff like that. I still think one of the best ones was Rayman Legends.
I agree.
That's a very, very, very robust game for free.
Yeah,
I was very surprised at
value. A lot of gameplay value.
What I think they need to do is start taking the PlayStation model and doing things like Rocket League, these games that can just take off and catch fire if you get the player base up right away.
Yep.
And what's the game they have this month? I forgot the name of it. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't remember, but it's a new game.
Disc Jam, that's the game. And that game's doing the same thing. It's taking off because they've got a huge player base right away. And now when they release it on every other platform, it's going to sell like crazy.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it on the one for sure.
Yeah, PlayStation's really good about They put these games up for gold for free when they come out. Like the day it comes out, they put it up for free. Same was Rocket League. Resogun was another launch game that was free for people, and then Disc Jam 2. And I'm sure there's been a few others, but I mean, Rocket League did get huge, and it's I still play it weekly. It's a fun game to play, and it's free.
I still
brand new patch just came out.
Rocket League would have never been as huge if it wasn't a PS Plus game at launch, and because there were tons of streams of Rocket League, so everybody's watching on Twitch, and there were a decent amount of people watching that game, and the reason there were so many streams because everybody got it for free.
Yeah.
So that increased popularity across other platforms. So when it came out on Xbox, it was an instant hit. Yeah. So I think that's the model they should take, but we'll see what they do.
Come on, Phil Spencer.
Yeah, I know.
We know you're listening.
Yeah.
Just Jim.
All right. So up next, Blizzard has published patch 2.5.0 for Diablo 3, which brings the armory into the game that allows you to save 5 different builds per character, and also crafting material storage, which frees materials from taking up space in the player's stash.
Thank God.
So, Mike, I know you have a few things you're looking forward to this game. You're a big fan of Diablo 3.
Yeah. I played Diablo 2 pretty much, 24/7. When I wanted to get away from like EverQuest and stuff like that, and I cannot wait for Seasons to come to Xbox One, and I will be all over this game again for sure. It's supposed to be what I don't know why people keep saying it's a 10.0 patch, but I believe it's the next big patch that comes out for PC will have the Seasons for Xbox at the same time. So that'll be a lot of fun and bring a whole lot of life back to the game.
All right. Cool. Yeah, I enjoyed playing it too, so I'm looking forward to seeing this game continue to be supported and continue to grow. So
Mike, you might know the answer to this question. I transferred my character from Xbox 360 to PS4 whenever they launched the definitive edition. Can I transfer? Because if you play on Xbox a lot, the reason I stopped playing it was not a lot of people online to play with. But if you played a lot, especially if Seasons come out, can I transfer my character from PS4 to Xbox?
I do not know that, but I would imagine you probably could for $20. It wouldn't be free. It wouldn't be free.
Well, they made it free whenever it came out, so I didn't know if it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, even for $20, if you really got into it, I could definitely get into it again. Especially, I haven't played it in like 2 years, so I'm sure with all the updates that are now. But I just don't want to start a new character again. Is the issue?
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing with Seasons, you start a new character, so Yeah, and you go, and it gets competitive and the leaderboards and stuff like that. So
gotcha.
Yeah, I've only played this game on PC, but I'd like to play it on Xbox. But I don't want to pay the full price for it. I would like to see it.
It goes on sale. It goes on sale every 2.
I'm pretty sure it's like $20 or $25 right now on most sites for the complete edition.
I'm gonna check it out because I just want to see how it carries over to console because I've only played Diablos on PC.
It was the best choice they ever made to port that over to console. It works. It just works.
Yep. It's really honestly even easier on your hands than playing on the PC because on the PC you got to hit the keys.
All those
they're closer together on the thing. On the joystick. So it's flawless on the Xbox One. It's well worth the $20-$25 to grab it. I see it on sale all the time. So.
Graham, I'll tell you that I usually don't love games like that, but I really enjoyed it on Xbox One.
Yeah,
I had a really good time with it. So
I've been hearing good things about it, so I don't think I'd be disappointed.
No, I don't think you would be at all. I really don't. So
$30 on Amazon right now.
Okay,
that's not too bad.
All right.
Actually, that's usually what it's on sale for digitally on the Xbox as well.
Sure. So let's move into something else Graham won't be disappointed with.
What is this?
Fallout 4 VR will have a huge presence at this year's E3 conference. Bethesda's Pete Hines said this week, talking to a different podcast, that, quote, Fallout 4 VR is the most incredible thing you've ever seen in your life. And I think that's maybe a little strong. I personally think that's when Mike goes through a game without taking a penalty. But
no, I think it's more like he hasn't seen Kate Beckinsale in her prime. Why am I stuttering today? Yeah, because damn, dude.
But Graham, your thoughts?
I'm excited. I really am. It actually got me thinking about VR of what system I would get it on, whether Oculus Rift or HTC Vive. And when I read about this article, they were referencing the HTC Vive. So if it turns out that this is coming out for HTC Vive, well then pretty much my decision's made because both are pretty much the same. They offer like a little bit different of an experience, but overall, it's amazing. So the fact that Fallout 4 VR is going to be coming out, and the HTC Vive allows you to move more. Like Oculus Rift, more about sitting on the couch and like standing up, something like that. But the HTC Vive lets you move around. So I think this is way more beneficial for scouring the wasteland. And yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to see what they're going to show off at the E3 about this. And if this is the case, then this seems like this could be coming out relatively soon. So I don't know if Scorpio supports VR. I'm not sure when, but then this game could be one that's like a tag along because Bethesda or Fallout and Bethesda have been hand in hand with the Scorpio, right? So this could be their opportunity to showcase what the machine can do as far as VR.
Sure.
So yeah, no, I'm excited.
I can tell you this. I have no information on Oculus Rift or the HTC Vive, but I do know that HTC makes solid Android phones. So, you couldn't be wrong throwing your money towards HTC.
I actually had an HTC smartphone.
Yeah, M8. I had the M8. It was really nice.
I had the M8 too, actually.
yeah, so.
All right. Let's move on. Next one up, Xbox Insiders. If you're in that program, you'll be getting another new batch of features soon to test out. And it includes the long-awaited Arena Tournament feature that they talked about a few months ago. Custom gamer picks, which a lot of people will be happy about. Ability to watch a player's live stream right from their profile. And a filter that separates Xbox One games from 360 games in the My Games and Apps screen.
Huh.
So
that's the best feature right there.
Yeah,
I think these are all great features.
I do too. I think they're all really good, actually.
I got a pretty nifty feature with my latest update that came in the other day. It was like my Xbox One was having a stroke. After it got done updating and it rebooted and went into the system, it says, now it shows you this thing. It says, watch the video on all the new stuff, or continue to the dashboard. And you continue to the dashboard, it just starts stuttering, and it like slows down to a crawl. You can't hold down the button to reset the Xbox and everything like that. I had to unplug it and plug it back in like 2 or 3 times to get this to finally go to any one of my apps or anything whatsoever. But it managed to work itself out.
All right.
That's good.
Any other thoughts on these features, guys? I think the tournament one's going to be cool, especially for our community. When we get, we can get some tournaments going for some games. And that'll be a lot of fun, especially some sports games. We do a Madden tournament maybe this fall, FIFA, some other stuff like that. So that'd be pretty cool. All right.
Yeah.
Finally, Nintendo's planning on doubling Switch production to keep up with demand. And I don't know if that means they're going to be doubling production on the left Joy-Con so that they'll work. But it is good.
Speaking of that, though,
go ahead.
Seeing you brought that up, there is where you can send in your left Joy-Con controller if it's giving you a problem and get it fixed free of charge. And they're saying the wait time is less than a week to get it back, which is pretty amazing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've even heard of people that have sent in their consoles getting it within a week's time.
Yeah.
And
I ordered some Chinese food the other day and got it in 23 minutes.
Well,
Did you try that with a Joy-Con?
Nah, man.
I mean, I've got to say, for a Nintendo product, I'm surprised with all the issues that they had. Not the issue that they didn't release enough at launch, because Nintendo is just notorious for not releasing enough products, especially with the NES Classic that came out last year, and then now the Nintendo Switch. They should have known that there's going to be a huge demand for Switch, and they should have really just made enough for everyone to buy.
Yeah, but it's good to see that they're really upping it, though. So
Nintendo,
this is not new territory to Nintendo. They're always coming up short on stock.
Yeah, I was gonna say Nintendo. This is Nintendo's game. They're always a little short on supply, so that the demand's always high.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that didn't work out so well with the Wii U because the console sucked. But but every other thing they've had, generally, they've had a shortage supply at first, and it keeps demand really high, for months after launch. So it stays in the conversation, and then it ends up bouncing out a few months in. But I didn't expect it to be like Xbox One or PS4 launch. And PS4, they launched in November, and PS4 was a little short on supply through December. but then it kind of balanced out. And
But you
Xbox
saw them
One-
like a few weeks later.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't like months. It was a
Months
matter
later.
of like within 6 weeks had kind of caught up. And, Xbox One was hard to find for a few weeks and then was pretty easy to find after that. So, but I never expected Nintendo to launch that smoothly. I thought that they'd be a little short on supply and it would keep demand really high, and then they'd catch up a few months later. But if they're doubling production, that's awesome because it means it gets the system in more people's hands. I just want to see Virtual Console come out on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would like to see that too. Because I want to know which games that I already own at least twice that I can get on the Switch without having to pay for.
Oh, man. Well, I mean, since you talked about that, Graham, would you mind paying a small upgrade fee like they did with the Wii U?
To get them? Yes.
Yeah. So, like with the Wii U, I think they charged, what was it, like $2 to change consoles to take that game and put it on the Wii U or something like that?
No, like all the money I've invested, $2 or $10 or $20, it's worth it for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Is that all you got, Graham?
That's all I got.
All right. I thought you guys would be like Oprah's
Woo!
couch on this one and go for like.
I was trying to open
But,
the door.
All right. Well, we'll call it there. That, everybody, is going to do it for news this week. Graham, let's turn things over to you. What can we get new in stores?
Sure. This week we got a couple big releases coming out of the PlayStation world. We have MLB The Show 17 and Kingdom Hearts HD 1.5 and 11.5 Remix.
Steve is excited.
Yes. We know
2.5,
Steve's excited
by the
for
way,
Kingdom
2.5.
Hearts. 2.5?
Yeah, it's 2.5.
Oh, well. I'm wrong. Sorry, people. Don't hate
What
me.
else is new?
We'll get an
It's
angry
not-
letter from somebody.
So is the other version 22.5 or what?
There's like so many versions of Kingdom Hearts, and I'm not going to buy this because I bought it for PS3, so I'm not excited about it. But there's so many. They've re-released Kingdom Hearts so many times and so many different versions. Remix that, remix this, and HD, and just bring on Kingdom Hearts 3 and get it over with.
Yeah, basically, I don't understand all these different
Money grab!
the numbers,
Money grab!
and letters.
That's exactly what it is.
Grab!
But yeah, Steve keeps telling me I need to play this, but I
No,
don't
you
think
don't.
it's gonna make. All
No,
right,
you don't.
all right, there we have it. I won't play it.
Steve needs to learn how to play NHL.
Yeah, there you go.
Take
So
any shit from him.
both of these titles will be available on March 28th exclusively for the PS4. Now let's move over to the Nintendo Switch. We have two titles releasing for the Nintendo Switch. First, we have Snake Pass. This title is also releasing for the Xbox One and PS4, and this game will be available on March 28th. Now, the second of these titles is Has Been Heroes. And this title releases on PC and Xbox One as well, and it also releases on the 28th. Now, also on the calendar of new releases, we have DLC for a little-known title, Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
This DLC is The Ring City, and it releases on all Dark Souls 3 systems, and this DLC will be downloadable on the 28th.
How many systems?
On on all Dark Souls 3 systems.
Dark Souls is
Basically-
a system?
Every system that plays Dark Souls
3 systems:
If you
PC,
can't understand,
PS4, Xbox One.
just switching up. Figure it out. Read between the
Can't
lines.
understand. Well, I want to kill him, man.
So, okay, back to PS4 new releases. On the 28th, we have God Wars Future Past. Also releasing is Rain World, which will also be available for PC. And other releases on the 28th, we have Vikings Wolves of Midgard. This title releases on the Xbox One on the same day as well. Now, to finish off the week for PS4 releases, we have releasing on the 31st, Warhammer 40,000 Eternal Crusade. Now, to wrap up things for the Xbox One side, we have RBI Baseball 17 and Noxmia, which sees the light on March 28th. And finally, to finish off the week for Xbox One, on the 31st, you can get The Inner World. And that's it, folks. That's all I got for new releases.
You're not even going to talk about Splatoon 2.
What?
Splatoon 2 test fire starts this week.
That's a
Oh, the
beta.
beta.
Non-release.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a beta. Come on now.
I'm
Okay,
disappointed.
Still
Splatoon
excited
2
for it.
beta will be releasing for the Switch. And on what date there, Eugene?
It's this Friday and Saturday, and I believe Sunday, and then next weekend as well, Friday and Saturday.
Basically
1 hour
a stress
playtime.
test, all right?
Yeah, it's a stress test.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a beta, but
Yeah, I've got
Grammy,
it
1 hour of
downloaded,
playtime,
so-
and you didn't mention that? You're fucking fired.
I mean, we talked about Sea of Thieves for like 4 hours last
No, we're not
podcast.
talking about
You
Sea of Thieves
guys
for 4
talked about the
hours.
Switch for 14 days. Well, you did.
Granted.
So
Okay, the Switch was a big deal, though, so...
First of all, we did not talk about Sea of
Okay.
Thieves for 14 hours. We talked about it for like 5 minutes. And, yes, Splatoon is cool. It's kind of I guess it's a big deal, considering there's really no other games to play other than Zelda. But...
It is a pretty big deal, though. There's a lot of hardcore fans of that franchise.
I will say, Tyler, you need to watch the trailer. Watch the trailer for the Splatoon 2 beta, because they basically make fun of the Nintendo conference in the beta, or in the trailer rather.
Okay, I might watch that then. Cause
Yeah, it's. I thought it was funny that they making a joke on themselves from when the ridiculous antics from the Nintendo event in January.
I'm actually looking forward to the Nintendo E3 conference because I'm hoping it's just like the Switch one. And it's just awkwardly funny and
just
and
crazy
bad.
Japanese guys on stage, just crazy antics.
I just hope it's like so. I hope it's like Curb Your Enthusiasm awkward, like the conference was for Switch. But anyway, that's it, Graham.
Tyler.
That's it.
Tyler.
What, Mike?
I am very disappointed, dude.
Why?
Because there were no Japanese titles for him to
I know.
fuck up this week.
I'm actually really disappointed in PS4.
No Taukiden, Tukiden,
Yeah, because
Haukiden.
there's no titles that are like 10 words long.
Well, you didn't even talk about Graham. Seiken Densetsu 3 got announced for Japan Switch. They're re-releasing it.
Oh, Grammy.
I think Graham
Is that next week's release?
No, it's not next week's release. It's
Well, how can you give me a
the
hard...
Seiken Densetsu Collection.
I'm not announcing
Secret of Mana.
months down the road.
Secret of Mana for us U.S. folks.
All right.
Okay,
All right.
I'll try to have difficult words to pronounce next week.
Okay.
Stay tuned.
All right, Mike, what can we save money on?
Well, you already spoiled the part about April for Xbox Games with Gold. PlayStation 4 is not, of course, not out yet. They wait to the very last minute to announce what they're going to do. So we're going to skip over to what's good out there in the real world for deals. First of all, out there across the pond, you guys got a 12-month gold for $26.50 out there.
What?
It's not bad conversion.
Well, and a good thing is, though, saying that, you can stack your live memberships, so subscriptions. So I think I might have to do that.
Across the pond.
I'm not the pond?
Yeah, he means
Oh.
Europe.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm not familiar with your lingo.
Thanks,
We have
Graham.
ponds.
Moving forward.
This just went dead as I refreshed the page, unfortunately. But there's got to be gold membership wars going on right now, because via the Xbox store it was $39.99 for 12 months. Just to 30 minutes ago it ran out. So we also got the Xbox One S wireless control black, newest model, $40 at via eBay. Order how do you say this name? Order Resays123. Grand Theft Auto 5 has finally fallen below $30. $27.99 via Rakuten. Dead Rising 4 is $23.63 on Amazon. 12-month live gold membership is $45.99 at CD Keys right now. Titanfall 2 Deluxe Edition is $20 via GCU at Best Buy. And there was one more that I saw that I liked. And oh yeah, you remember how I told you guys? I said just wait a week or two on the new releases. It's already happening with Mass Effect. Mass Effect Andromeda is $47.99 at Newegg via eBay. So it's already dropping.
Well, I mean, it's $47.99 with Prime. I saw an article today, and it kind of pissed me off.
On Newegg via eBay.
Yeah, I know, but I really think they're price matching Amazon, because that's exactly what Amazon Prime's discount is and GCU's discount. So I think they're matching it.
Also, they have the digital for $54.
Okay.
But yeah. So what do we got here in the PlayStation land? PS4 Slim 500 gigabyte console Uncharted 4 bundle, $199 at Groupon. Whoa. All right. Dragon Age Inquisition is $14.98 at Toys R Us. That's a really good deal for that game. If you have not played that game, it is definitely worth the money. Grand Kingdom is $21 at Amazon. Titanfall 2 is also $20 for PS4 at Best Buy as well. Let's see here. Gravity Rush 2, the Arc of Raven's Choice, is free on PSN right now. Let's see here. PlayStation 4 regular Uncharted bundle is $235 on eBay. Killing Floor 2 is $20 at GameStop. Target Red Card 25% off PS4 and PSVR games right now. So if that interests you. And then we're going to skip over to the Switch deals. And basically what's all is showing up on the Switch deals is where they're available right now. GameStop All-Store stores in Massachusetts has 5 units or more. They're rolling out from the East Coast right now and coming across the country. Connecticut has Switches in stock, so basically, could check in each day and, you probably run into one.
I have an extra Switch, Mike, if you're interested.
No, thank you, my friend, but I appreciate it.
I'll sell it to you at retail value. I mean,
thanks, bro. No, really, I appreciate it, but I would not make much use of it. I really wouldn't. If I was going to buy another console, it would be a PS4.
I know you would.
There's this really good game out for it. You might have heard of it. It's called Breath of the Wild.
Can you shut up?
I could try, but I don't like to.
Give it a shot.
You mean 1-2 Switch, man?
That game is so horrible. I'm thinking about trading it in.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, let me finish this. I got two little things here, and you guys can go off about your Switch again. Fire Emblem Echoes, Shadows of Valentia, limited edition is restocked all over GameStop. So
right now?
Yes.
Oh, let me get on my phone.
Yep. And there is Rune Factory 4 for $35.10 on Amazon.ca. So there you go, Grammy. You got something there for you.
There you go. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Devil Summoner Soul Hackers is $9.99 on the eShop right now. And last but not least, where'd it go? Monster Hunter games on the eShop are on sale and on the eShop. So that's pretty much it for me, man.
I had a deal for you if you don't mind.
You go right ahead. You could tell me these things before we go on. No.
I wish I just now saw it. I was checking my email and I got an email from Amazon. So there's an Amazon deal right now for the Xbox One S, which I think is a pretty good deal. It's an Xbox One S, 500 gigabyte console.
All right.
It comes with Ghost Recon Wildlands, the Gold Edition.
All right.
It comes with a $20 Amazon Music and video gift card.
Okay.
And it also comes with Mass Effect Andromeda for $2.99.
I saw that. That is a really good deal.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good deal, so thought I'd share it.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Realistically, with the bundles that are coming out, they're all between $199 and $219 for a 500 with a game already that comes with it. I mean, yeah, you're getting $20 credit towards Amazon Video, but and then an extra game, but that's $219 plus 60 is,
Well, you get 2 games. You get Ghost Recon Wildlands, the Gold Edition, and then Mass Effect.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is
two new games.
The bundles come with the game, so these other bundles you get for like $199, $219, unless you're looking for those games specifically.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
I think too you're going to see some really, really good bundles this fall as we lead into Scorpio. You're going to see the 1S and especially the original Xbox with some really good bundles to get.
Rid of stock.
Oh yeah, get rid of that, especially the original model. I think.
Yeah.
And as we head into Scorpio, because I think once we get to Scorpio, I don't think we'll see much of the original model anymore. I think it's going to be the 1S is kind of going to be the standard model, and then the Scorpio is going to be the premium model. So
Right.
Yep. All right, let's. That's all you got, Mike?
That's all I got, brother.
All right, let's move into what we've been playing. Who would like to go first?
I'll go because mine's
All right.
real simple. I've been playing Mass Effect and NHL 17. You know.
How you liking Mass Effect?
Yeah.
I'm finding that having to go through all of the dialogue is becoming daunting to me. Even though I know you can switch things up a little bit with how you answer and everything, but it's just okay. It's like becoming a chore because I just want to go play the game and do all the stuff, and I don't want to sit there and have to be forced to have a conversation with 5 different people before I go do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
I mean, is it as bad as everyone says? Because it's gotten horrendous reviews. I mean, it got a 7.7 on IGN, just horrendous.
Which is like an F, basically, for
yeah,
IGN.
it's a. I mean, come on. It's a good game. It is an okay game.
It's.
I know. I bought it, and it gives me pause about if I want to play it or not. But
really,
it's in between okay and good. I mean, you know, I just finished the first real big mission and everything. Well, and yeah, and so then I get to the second place, and I got to go talk to a bunch of people, and I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna go watch TV.
See, I don't mind that, and that's kind of the way they've been leaning with their games.
But it's not just. But it's not just that. When you get there, 3 different people have a conversation. You know, if you click right through, it's like 5 to 6 minutes. You know,
Wow.
And then you got to go have another conversation with 5 other people as part of the quest log. You know, and it's like, come on. You know, say what you have to say and get it over with, so I can go out and pew 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 or whatever.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I canceled my pre-order not because of the reviews, but because I didn't feel the need that I need to pay $60, and when there's so many other great games that I need to get to right now.
Right.
Yeah.
If it was Mass Effect 4 with for some reason they brought back Commander Shepard somehow, or a Commander Shepard storyline, I probably would be into it. But since it's kind of a how do you say it? It's not Mass Effect 4. It's it's a sub story of Mass Effect. So
Well,
I don't know if I want to get into it.
It's not the story is not uninteresting. So
Okay.
and I don't want to spoil it. So
No, please don't spoil it, because
No
I do
spoilers.
plan on
No
going through it.
spoilers.
I got you.
All right.
I got you.
Appreciate it.
Who's up next?
I'll go.
Okay.
Well, big surprise, everyone. I'm playing NHL 17, which still enjoying it, and the game is great. It's hockey. If you love hockey, which as much for me, then you appreciate this game.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I've played one other game, and that was Legend of Zelda, and I was trying to get it finished before Mass Effect came, because I was planning on diving deep into that game, which I have not done. But I did finish Legend of Zelda, and now that I've finished it, I feel like I could still put in another 60 hours or maybe more, because I've looked up a few things, not too much because I don't want to spoil it, because I was like, get back into it. But it seems like I've missed a crap ton of things that you can do. And I don't mean collecting 900 Korok seeds by picking up a rock up on this mountain way out in the boonies. But there's just so much to it, and the game is awesome, and I'm definitely looking forward to going to it and going through the shrines. I'm not going to 100% it, but I'm going to punch in some time and get pretty close to it and collect more hearts. And other than that, it's been pretty quiet on my gaming-wise. So that's all. What do you got, Tyler?
All right. NHL 17 for me. Also a little bit of Battlefield. Did that earlier. Punched in just a little bit of time on Zelda, but I plan on getting into that more tomorrow. And I just today bought Until Dawn for the PS4, and I'm going to dive into that tomorrow.
Oh, it's such a great game.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it on that PlayStation sale.
No, I got it at work, actually.
Oh,
And,
man.
Yeah,
It's like $5 right now on the PlayStation
Is
sale.
it really? Oh, I might
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
might
There's
do
a
that
sale
and just
going
take
on
it
right
back.
now. There's an only on PlayStation sale right now where they got Beyond Two Souls, I think, for $5. They got Until Dawn. They got God of War collection. Or no, they got God of War 3 and Ascension, I believe,
Okay.
for $5. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to do that then, and then take this
Take it back.
and then
Take
I'll
it back.
get,
And hopefully the sale's still going on.
Yeah.
It was last night because I took a look at it.
I'll check tonight, and if it's still going on, I'll grab it, and then I can take that back, and I can get Horizon. So
Yeah.
it'll be good.
Yeah,
But,
get Horizon.
But this is a game I've wanted to play for a long time. And, tomorrow I'm going to have some time, so I thought, I'm going to play Until Dawn. And so I'm going to get that.
Are you gonna play it until dawn?
Oh.
Wow.
Canadian jokes.
Probably not. I heard it's not a real long game, Eugene. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I haven't finished it, but I'm almost there, and I haven't played it for a few months. Just too much going on. But I will tell you that it does start off very slow. I mean, it has the essence of a. It feels like those old '80s or early '90s slasher flicks. Dumb teenagers. They're in a cabin, and there's a murderer about. But just once you get into the characters and you get past that, it is a fantastic horror game, and especially if you like dialogue-driven games, because it is a dialogue-driven game, and your choices matter. Your choices do. I've seen the choices I made, how it affected characters dying or surviving or going with you. It's a great game, but it is fairly short. But the replay value, just going back and then changing your decisions and getting that, there's a true definitive ending that you can get. So I don't know if you want to go. I'm going for that. I went for that first off to get that true ending with more people surviving. So it just depends on what you want to do.
Cool. All right. Well, I'm looking forward to it. And then I want to get jumping into Horizon, like I said, and I also have the Uncharted collection sitting here, so I might play with that a little bit tomorrow. I do also have Mass Effect Andromeda sitting there, so might start that. And then, of course, I have The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild to jump into more.
You owe it to yourself.
So
put in some time on that.
You give it a rest.
And all this, I have a 3-day weekend, so I'm going to jump in as much as I can before Tuesday when MLB arrives on my doorstep. And
savor it, and you can probably beat the main quest line in 4 days. Give it to you to at least do that.
Yeah. Before
moving on to MLB.
So, there won't be any option. Like when MLB arrives, I'll be moving on to MLB. So, but yeah, I'm gonna try to get into those as much as I can this weekend. And so I know it's not. That's more of what I will be playing than what I have been playing. But Eugene, how about you?
So I really haven't touched anything other than the Switch. I finished Breath of the Wild like Graham. I don't see myself. I was talking to Graham earlier. I found a stopping point to where I don't think I'm going to pick it up for a little bit, because I kind of wanted to get through it. I put in I was looking at my time. I put in 75 hours plus. Beat the main storyline. I finished off with about 24 hearts. 70 shrines completed. I've got most of the armor sets. I have one armor set to go. But I don't see myself picking it up again to finish all the side quests and things like that. I'll wait for the expansion to come out, but I might pick it up to do a few shrine quests, things like that. But my girlfriend wants to play it, so I'll let her play it for a little bit. I also picked up 2 new releases, or 1 real new release for the Switch. I picked up the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I put in a few hours into that. I love the Binding of Isaac. I had it on PS4. And this one just makes me want to play it even more. If you've never played Binding of Isaac, it's a great dungeon crawler, twin stick shooter. It's kind of like Rogue, if you ever played Rogue Legacy, where if you die, that's it. You start over, basically.
So how does it carry over to the Switch Afterbirth? Because I was thinking of getting it.
So I bought the physical release, and I really want to give a shout out to the developer with the physical release. It plays fantastic on the Switch. It plays just like the PS4 or Xbox, whichever. But it's very addicting. So if you want a very addicting game, I definitely say it's worth $40 that I put into it. But the physical edition, it comes in a great case with a reversible cover. It also comes with an instruction booklet and stickers. But the instruction booklet, it's nice to have a nice colored instruction booklet. And Graham, you might pick it up for this reason, but the instruction booklet is a almost replica of the original NES Zelda manual. I think I posted it on the forums page, but they made it mirrored of what the Legend of Zelda NES instruction booklet had. So I really appreciate the work they put into the actual physical copy, but I definitely recommend it. And I also picked up Fast RMX, which is a $20 indie game on the Switch, and it's gonna tide me over until Mario Kart comes out next month. But I definitely recommend Fast RMX 2. It feels a lot like F-Zero.
Oh, really?
I
like that
yeah,
game.
it's two-player. It's couch co-op multiplayer. It's also online multiplayer, which I haven't really played online much, but I do know a lot of people are playing it online. But it's definitely worth the $20. It comes with about 16 tracks, about 16 vehicles. And it's a pretty fun racing game. It's a very solid racing game, but it feels a lot like F-Zero. And like I said, it's holding me over until Mario Kart comes out. And then I picked up Overwatch for the Xbox. I had it on the PS4, but I got a few friends playing on Xbox right now, and all the updates that they've done is really going to draw me into the game again, because originally I stopped playing Overwatch because there's no progression system. You didn't level up. You didn't really gain anything from playing the multiplayer except for getting player skins. But now with all the updates that they've done, they got a new season 2 coming for the online multiplayer, and then they actually have a level up progression system that you have for your account. So I'm going to get back into that again.
What system do you have that for?
I have it on PS4 right now,
okay.
But I bought it on Xbox. I bought it for Xbox, so I'll be playing it on Xbox.
Yeah, I might play that with you.
Yeah, I mean, with all the new updates, like I said, it seems a lot more fun. But I really need another game that really doesn't. I don't sink a lot of time into. Luckily, the only reason I beat Breath of the Wild in the last week is because I've been on paternal leave, so I've had time to actually play it. But after that, I really don't think with work and then getting off at night with a baby, I won't have a lot of time to actually dive deep into another game. So I'll probably be finishing up Horizon Zero Dawn, and then playing a little bit of Overwatch, since it's a pretty quick game to get into and get out of.
Cool. All right, let's move into discussion. Do we have any questions this week, Eugene?
I sure do.
We did have a few questions.
We're not doing your question.
We're not doing your question. Do you want to read your question, Mike? We're not going to read it.
It's okay. I don't want anybody to get butthurt.
But we did have a question on our Facebook page, and then I posted on my personal Facebook page. Got a question from a PlayStation fan, but I'll read this first question from somebody named Steven Wiesman. I'm not sure who this is, but fan of the show. His question is, how do you guys find the time to play and beat all the games you want? Is there a system you have to make sure you beat stuff, or do you just buy new games and then start them without beating them you were playing? We've answered this question several times. I'm pretty sure I'll go ahead and go first.
I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and go first. I don't. I really play the game that I'm in the mood for, but I try to buy most AAA releases, but especially recently, I don't know if you guys know or not, babies are very expensive. Diapers are expensive. I can't buy all the games I want to anymore. I have to really be picky and choosy with the games that I buy. But I still haven't beaten Battlefield. I haven't beaten Titanfall 2. It's really the mood I'm in. And I think I'm actually going to, while I'm playing Overwatch, I'll play Battlefield, but I'm going to play it on normal difficulty. I usually play those games on veteran or hard difficulty. But I really just want to get through it and beat it. But I would say 90% of my games library, maybe 80%, I play it and then I don't finish it just because something else comes out, like Zelda. I stopped playing Horizon for Zelda, which we also have another question in regards to that. But I don't finish games, and I don't know how to manage my time. But really, I just need to stop buying every single game that comes out just because it rates a 9.0 on IGN. I really need to be more picky and choosy with the games I buy.
Yeah.
Same here. That's all I say. Because, like I said, I'm buying these games, and I don't even know if I'm going to get a chance to play them. Like Mass Effect and then Prey I'm going to have. And
you work a lot. I don't know how you have time for games anyway.
Because Graham sleeps like 2 hours a day.
Well, Legend of Zelda was my motivation to stop working on my weekends, but now I'm kind of bogged down. So
how many hours did you put in Zelda just to beat the main quest?
Well, I was just going to ask you, how do you check your hours? Because I didn't see anyone.
So not a lot of people know about it, but so you go to your profile, to your profile, and it'll show you your games that you've been playing, and it tells you the time there.
Oh, all right.
And then after you beat the game, if you look on your world map, it tells you the completion of how much you have left to do in Zelda.
Yeah, and that's kind of loosey-goosey because it's not strictly like...
It counts all the Korok seeds, it counts all the shrines, it counts all the dumb pictures that you have to take in the game.
Oh, it does count the Korok seeds? I didn't think it did.
Yeah, it counts everything. It counts all the armor you've collected, it counts everything, and I'm at 20%.
Wow.
Of the game. So, and I put 70 plus hours of the game. I'm not gonna 100% it. There's no way I'm gonna 100% that game. So,
well, yeah, I'm curious. I'll check it out and I'll let you know.
All right.
Okay.
Mike, Tyler, did you have anything?
Honestly, if I listed off all the games I bought that I haven't finished, I would just get pissed off. So
Yeah, pretty much.
I feel you.
Yeah, I don't finish games either. That's the answer. Mike, how about you?
Just ones I really, really, really want to play. Like, I didn't even finish Stardew Valley, but I, like 80% of it or something like that. But yeah, it's very dependent on the game and how much I want to play it. So, yeah, I mean that's pretty much it.
So the next question we have kind of ties into it. So this is from, I'm sorry for butchering your name, Mal Sarayaga, I'm going to say. Mal asks, do you think anyone can realistically play Zelda Breath of the Wild and Horizon Zero Dawn at the same time, both being big open world games with similar concepts? Or one should stop one, finish the other, and then return? In this case, which one should be first? So, I fell into this conundrum that I bought Horizon Zero Dawn. I got a collector's edition, and then a week later, or not even a week later, Zelda came out, and I stopped playing Horizon. And kind of like what you're saying is, it depends on what I really want to play, and I really wanted to play Zelda, so I beat that first, and then I'm going back to Horizon eventually, probably this upcoming week. So have you guys ever run into that where two big games came out? I know, especially during the holiday time, a lot of big games come out where you have to stop and kind of carry on.
Well, I was going to say, Witcher 3 is an example of a game where when you start, you should not stop. Because if you come back 3 months or whatever, there's so much to that game to remember, it's hard to just pick it all back up again.
I agree.
So I would recommend if you got the discipline to stick with it, then you're better off. Because I went cold on it for a few months, and I went back, and I couldn't remember the controls and all that stuff, so I restarted it. So unless you have a super good memory or you don't mind restarting it, then I would say stick to it and finish it. So there's certain games like that where you don't want to drift off and pick up another one, because then it's kind of like chasing two rabbits at the same time. You'll just lose both of them. Yeah,
so it's huge, expansive worlds like The Witcher or Fallout or Zelda. You're saying that stick with that and then go with it.
Yeah. Because basically, you're getting the same kind of experience, just like characters different, the world's a little bit different, but the overall thing is the same thing. So if you really enjoy it, then it's nice to actually finish it and go through it. And then if you have time to go through another one, well, at least you're starting off fresh and you know the whole story instead of taking bits and pieces from each one and getting them confused. But again, I'm saying that. Do I do that? Most likely not, but ideally that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, when it comes to two games that are or a lot alike, like the open world ones like Horizon and Zelda, the same thing applies to what I've said before about first-person shooters. I can't play two at the same time. I want to focus on one and get really good at that one because the mechanics are a little different on each one of the games. That would be the same thing for me with Horizon and Zelda. I would more than likely gravitate towards Horizon first, and there's so much crap to do in that game that going and playing another one that does the same sort of concept would burn me out. So I would definitely play one, finish it, and then play the other one.
So that's why I think Destiny, and that's why I think Activision was pretty smart with releasing Destiny in September rather than October or November, because what comes out every November? Call of Duty. So once Call of Duty comes out, people will start putting down Destiny. But releasing in September, at least you get a couple of months to where you can play it and enjoy it and possibly finish it and then move on to the next title.
Plus, you're getting Battlefront 2 this November.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
I'm
Too much
very
competition.
interested in Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
All right.
For me, I guess I can only play multiple games at a time. Like if they're different types of games.
Right.
So
exactly.
like a sports game and a shooter, you know, I can go back and forth easily.
Yep. I agree
But
100%.
if you're in those big open world games, it's one at a time because they're
Yeah.
so immersive and you know between story and just the world and all this stuff, one at a time.
Yep.
So
I agree.
that's my answer. Anyway, all right, cool. So we have an announcement to make.
I'm pregnant.
Other than that, we have we as promised we're going to do a giveaway once a month. And the way to be entered into that giveaway is to simply go into our Facebook group or our Xbox group for that matter and submit a question for the show. And if your question's read on the show, you are entered. That simple. So please submit questions. So we have quite a few to pick from, but we had a few entrants this month and put them all in a hat and drew one out. And the winner this month
Is thanks to me.
In a bit of an upset, actually, because there were a couple people that had multiple entries.
Yeah.
But the winner is Evangeline Gale. Somebody who
Congratulations.
Somebody's been a good supporter of the show and helped kind of promote our show to other people and try to bring more listeners in. So we really appreciate that. But one of us will be contacting you here real soon to find out how to get that prize to you. So congratulations and thank you again for your support. We'll be doing another giveaway in April, so make sure that you get your questions in every week. You can be entered multiple times. You can be entered 4 or 5 times, depending on how many shows we do in a month, if you get questions in every single week and we read them on the show. So thank you again for your support, everybody that was entered in, and congratulations to Evangeline Gale, our winner for March.
Yep. Thank you very much.
2-time winner.
Yeah,
Because
two-time
because
champion.
he won one of our holiday giveaways, won
Yes.
a copy of Battlefield. So
Yep.
yeah,
That's awesome.
just goes to say we need more submissions for topics and questions.
Yeah.
So
all right. Anything else, gentlemen, before we get out of here?
nope.
Nah.
All right.
No.
Well, on that.
Go Leafs, go.
On that note, we thank you so much for listening to episode number 42 of the Third Son Gaming Podcast. We'll be back next week with episode number 43. Until then, everybody, stay safe, have fun, and play some great games. We'll talk to you next week.
Take care.
Flash you.